Someone asked me that in my previous videos I talk about patience muscles. Is there anything like that, or I'm just saying these things just to explain whatever I was explaining? So I would like to tell you that patience is like a muscle, and there is not specifically a patience muscle, but there is a part in our brain which controls our emotions. For example, there is a part in our brain named as amygdala that controls our emotions like aggression, love, jealousy, hate, fear, phobias, etc. This part of the brain is very important because it also controls your patience. If we talk about the physical muscles and if we want to make them strong, then easiest way to make your physical muscles strong is that you can simply exercise. You can maintain a discipline and routine that you can follow, and you can achieve strong and strength in your physical muscles. But what about mental muscles? If you want to make your mind strong, if you make yourself emotionally strong, then what exactly you can do to make your mental muscles strong? So as I have mentioned that there is a brain, there is an organ, there is a part in brain which controls all these things. Like there are different parts of the brain, like some part of your brain. Let's divide these parts into three parts. Basically, these are the forebrain. The front part of the brain is all about critical thinking and emotional behavior. Your back side of the brain, which is unconscious mind, that basically controls the memory part. And the middle brain, the midbrain, is that area which is usually associated with the motor movement of your body parts, like whatever you do, your movements, that area is controlled by the midbrain, and the critical thinking and emotional reactions are controlled by the front brain. So what is the way to make this area strong? I would like to give you one more example, and after that you will easily understand what I'm trying to say. There is a part in the brain which is related with language learning, and if you will look at the CT scan, whatever scans of the brain, whatever they show, if you will see those scans, then suppose there is a person and he has gone through a scanning, brain scanning, and there is a report, and then he started learning a language, and after 6 months he is learning a language with routine and discipline. After 6 months, if he go for a scan, brain scan, then he will notice that there is some area which is enlarged. That area which is related with language learning, it gets enlarged. Why that area gets enlarged? Because there is a rule about body that if you are using any part of your brain, it becomes strong, it expands. Just in case of physical muscles, suppose if you are walking, if you are properly walking for few hours, then you will observe that your muscles become strong. If you are doing something from your hands or your legs, whatever muscles you are using, those muscles become strong. Similarly, if you are learning a language, then that area which is related with language, it becomes strong, it enlarges. So if you are learning a language, then you can easily learn languages. First language will be difficult, but if you will learn a language, then that area will become strong, and later on, if you would like to learn other languages, it will be easy for you to learn other languages very quickly, because in your brain you have enlarged that area by learning, by using that language muscle. So similarly, that area which is controlling our emotions. Now, if we want to make ourselves stronger, if we want to increase patience, what we should do? We simply need to practice patience. We simply need to practice self-control. The more you will practice it, in starting it will be very difficult for you, but more you will practice, easy it will become, effortless it will become with the passage of time. In starting, suppose there are people who have anger issues, and they accept that they are suffering from anger issues. Whenever they want to control their anger, they are not able to control. But what is the best way? What exactly they need to learn? They need to understand that this is a behavior which is also being memorized by your subconscious mind. Suppose you, for example, you might have noticed, suppose there is a dark room, you are sitting or laying on your bed in a very dark room, and suddenly you want to wake up and get out of the room and you want to switch on the lights, and there is complete darkness in your room and you want to switch on the lights. What will you do? You will automatically go towards the switchboard and your hands will automatically go to that switch and you will turn it on. Why? Are you doing it consciously? No, you are not doing it consciously. You have trained your subconscious mind by repetitive behaviors that now you can do it in complete darkness or while you are not completely awake. Means you are partially, even if you are partially sleeping, even in that situation also, your hands will find that switch to turn it on. Why? Because that is the behavior that your subconscious mind has learned. Similarly, if your behavior is like if someone will say something insultful and disrespectful to you, your behavior is to just react and make that person feel worse. So you have trained that area in that way. But you want to control it. So what is the best way? The easiest way is, first of all, you need to consciously tell yourself that I need to change this behavior. Whenever if someone is disrespecting me, insulting me, I do not need to take it personally. Number one thing that you need to remind yourself in the morning. I am telling this that some people think that you can control your anger in just the moment. It is not possible. If you want to control your anger, you need to practice it. Without practice, you cannot control it. And it needs practice of months, sometimes years. Depends on your conscious level. So what I'm trying to say is, when you will start practicing in the mornings, for example, let's say you want to control your anger. What you need to do now? In the morning time, you need to remind yourself that there will be situations where people will disrespect you, misbehave. What you need to do is you need to stay calm. Why you need to stay calm? Because if you will react, it will make you feel more worse. It will be you who will be at the loss, who will be at the most damaging end. So you need to control your reaction to save yourself. And if you will not react, people will respect you. People will look at you that this person has self-control. But self-control comes with discipline. It will not happen overnight or over few weeks. It will take time. And it is similarly like if someone wants to practice running, they have to run for 3 to 4 months. After then, running becomes easily. It becomes the part of habit. Similarly, if you want to control your anger, you need to remind yourself 3 to 4 months daily in the morning that I need to not react if anything worse happens. And what will be the result? Result will anger ends up in the regret or the guilt. One thing you need to remind it. So when there will be a situation, if someone will disrespect you, misbehave with you, and you think this behavior is not appropriate towards me, obviously, then you will feel to react, then you will feel to burst it out, emotionally explode, and that is the time you will control yourself, and that controlling will change the symmetry in your emotional brain. That is the forebrain, the brain which is in the front side. You are suppressing, you are controlling your emotional reactions. And with time, you will realize that there is no need to suppress your emotions. Later on, you will realize to transform those emotions. You will stay cool and conscious, and you will understand that I can solve this situation in cool and decent way also, because shouting will not solve anything. Gradually, this thing will be set up in your conscious mind, in your subconscious mind, and it will become effortless, and the brain, the muscles will become strong. So in this way, your patience will also improve. And I would like to tell you from my experience that if you will practice patience, it will affect every part of your emotion. If you will practice patience, then you can have self-control. But I will definitely like to tell you that self-control is not so easy. It takes time. It takes really long time. So don't think it is going to happen within just 6 months or 7 months. It is really a long process. It will take time. But once you will have that power, then you will not get affected If anyone misbehaves you, insults you, respects you, disrespects you, leaves you, comes in your life, you are in touch with yourself and you will not get affected by what people are doing towards you, because then you will realize that I have the responsibility of my own actions. I am only responsible for my own actions. I am not responsible for others and their behavior or action. But again, what I'm trying to say is that when you will start practicing patience, then that emotional area of your brain becomes strong, and then you can have easy self-control. But again, I'm telling you, this self-control comes with discipline. If you will have discipline, in the starting it will be difficult, but gradually it becomes easy. Whatever you do in your life, everything in starting is difficult. Even if you want to study, if you want to do anything, preparation for any examination, you want to study, but it will be difficult for you because you are not used to sit and study. It will take time, but that practicing or that investing time in your patience, in self-improvement, is going to make your life easy. So the answer to that question which was asked to me, that is patience muscle really existing? Yes, there is a muscle that controls your emotional reactions, including patience also. But that muscle will become strong when you practice patience, when you practice self-control. Thank you.